Two adventurers, Muammer Yilmaz, a Franco-Turk, and his German friend Milan Billman, took up the great challenge of going around the world in 80 days without any cash in hand. These two partners will engage in a race against time to conquer the world with no money by traveling through 19 different countries over 4 continents and covering over 46,000 kilometers. To pull off this crazy feat, Milan and Muammer can only count on people's kindness. They set off on an adventure off the beaten tracks to prove to the whole world that there are still good people on our planet.
We left Paris and headed east for our journey around the world in 80 days. Coming! In Strasbourg in the evening, we met 2 lovely guides, and thanks to them, we found a bed for the night.
Thanks to Natalie and Gina, and thanks to the boss.
We call each other optimistic travelers.
We sped along German highways and reassured some of the drivers.
I'm so scared, I'm terrified.
Woke up some roommates. And we had a lot of great laughs. Thanks to social networks, we found a bed in the Hungarian capital. Then, ITAC took us to the police station and we crossed the border on foot. Welcome to Romania! In Bucharest, people bought us 2 bus tickets for Istanbul, and during the night, we reached Turkey, the gateway to Asia. We managed to travel across Europe in a week, but this lucky streak quickly came to an end. As soon as we arrived in Istanbul, while we were washing our hands, someone got theirs on one of our bags. It was there.
Who took it? It can't be the customs officer who opened it.
I can't believe it. I always have it with me. I only left for 2 minutes.
Where was it when we crossed the border?
It was next to my friend who was sleeping. He joined me outside and... Police! Police! The thief got hold of a camera, lenses, and batteries. Someone witnessed the scene, but the culprit must be far away by now.
I told you to stop him, but he got away with it.
We got a photocopy of the list of passengers to prove we were on the bus, since we didn't pay for the tickets, and the witness's statement. Luckily, we still got our main camera, so we can carry on filming. We'll spend the night at the police station, and we know we'll never see our equipment again. Our stay in Istanbul got off to an interesting start, but at least we can carry on filming and traveling. We're carrying our chins up. We're still staying positive. Our trip isn't over yet. It's the 8th day of our adventure, and we've just reached the country my family's from, so there's no way we're giving up now. On Sultan Ahmed Square between Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque, we got 2 young guys from Istanbul to challenge us in order to remotivate ourselves. When we arrived in Istanbul this morning, someone stole some of our stuff. So we need a challenge to remotivate ourselves. Can you think of something crazy we can do with no money?
Like sleeping in a hotel?
We've already slept in hotels.
What about a 5-star hotel?
In a luxury hotel? A 5-star hotel? To stack all of the odds in our favor, we take our white shirts and bow ties out. Where is the reception? We get turned down in the first one. The second hotel on our list only has 4 stars, but that's good enough. Milan and I are traveling around the world in 80 days without money.
It's not possible. But if you have time, you can sit down. Our marketing manager will be here soon.
And 20 minutes later...
We have a room for you.
We have a room!
No way!
Yes!
Just for one night.
Fortune smiles on us again. Challenge fulfilled. Tonight we'll sleep in a 4-star hotel. Istanbul is wonderful. We've seen the worst and best of it so far. Let's have a nice breakfast and then go up to our nice room.
It's just amazing. Now we are in 4 stars hotel in Istanbul with the sea view in this side and with the most beautiful breakfast I never seen in my life. What's that? Huh?
amazing. Welcome to Istanbul, my friends. Since we found a bed for the night, might as well enjoy our free time in the city. A barber kindly agrees to shave us. How long have you been doing that?
60 years.
60 years?
Yes.
And an ice cream to finish off the day. It's a specialty in the east of Turkey that dates back to the 1700s. We're in for a show, and we're not sure when we'll actually get to eat it.
Ah, sorry. Come on, sir. Have a try.
We're really exhausted after that sleepless night we had, so we head back to the hotel and enjoy the luxury we've been offered. Our goal this morning is to cross the Bosphorus, a strait that separates Europe from Asia.
Hi. Debbie.
Hi.
Maria.
You want to go?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. A big moment now. We'll take the boat.
We're gonna cross the sea, and the weather's beautiful. It's warm, and now we're gonna go further and explore the Asian side.
This side it's Europe. This side Asia. It's the first time I have this sensation because we will go at the end of this continent, and that's really crazy.
Our goal is to reach Ankara, the capital of Turkey, which is 450 kilometers away, but no one on the ferry is planning to go that far. Some truck drivers on the quay give us coffee and a bit of food, and also some advice.
No one will give you a ride. You need to shave your beard.
To make headway, we need to leave the city, but hitchhiking is a game of chance. We can do 100 or 500 kilometers in one go, or perhaps only 10, like this time. Hello?
Hello.
Are you from Istanbul?
I'm from Istanbul, but she's from Hungary. Get in.
Great! Woohoo!
Nice car, nice mustache. First day already.
And where you meet? What's your story?
It's a story.
It's interesting story. We met on the internet.
Okay.
What do you want to do? What do you want to show us?
She will stay there for 5 days
Yeah.
and again return.
See, we have to get to know each other first.
A brand new love story starting before our very eyes with these two happy people. We would have liked to go a lot further with them, but we'll let these two lovebirds get to know each other. They're better off on their own for that. Yaya gives us our next ride. This married truck driver and father of two had never picked up hitchhikers after 12 years in the profession. We take turns on the sleeper at the back as the truck eats up the road. From east to west, Turkey stretches out over 1,500 kilometers. Needless to say, we're going to spend a few days on the road until we reach Iran and then Pakistan. There are very few tourists in these countries, but let's not start panicking yet. 10 p.m., time to change drivers in a rest area. Well, change drivers, but also trucks and beds.
I'm in the driver's bed. Letting two strangers sleep in your bed is quite a personal gesture.
Sahadetin isn't much of a chatterbox. The only sound we hear up to Ankara is the humming of the engine. We arrive in a sleepy town and find refuge in the Kocatepe Mosque. It's one of the biggest mosques in the world and can accommodate up to 24,000 worshippers. Waking up under these gigantic domes is mesmerizing. This place is peaceful, immense. we're filled with a sense of well-being and a sudden desire to commune with ourselves. We then head to the hills of Ankara to visit Ep2, the mausoleum erected in honor of Ataturk, the founder and first president of the Republic of Turkey who died in 1938. Once the Republic was proclaimed, he transferred the capital from Istanbul to Ankara and started to westernize the country. But if we want to pull off our challenge, we can't spend too much time visiting. We quickly manage to leave the town, and two Chechens give us a ride to their sedan.
I speak Russian and Chechen.
Berlin? No, Berlin красиво. Berlin beautiful.
Yeah.
У вас там не было проблем?
We will go to Pakistan in a week.
Askar and Mohammed speak neither Turkish nor English, but we managed to communicate thanks to a real-time translation app.
We have a present for you from Paris. For you.
Thank you.
Yeah, present.
The different sceneries flash by as Askar drives like a maniac. We stop off by the shores of Lake Tuz. In the summer, its very salty water evaporates and the lake turns into a salt flat. These two friends are incredibly generous. After having bought us a meal, they made a 150-kilometer detour to drop us off in Gorëme. We're truly moved by their gesture. We both set off on this journey precisely to meet people like them.
If a person is on the road, she needs help.
Asli, who was sitting at the next table, offers us a room for the night. And what a pleasant surprise, as it turns out to be in a luxury hotel again. We get to enjoy the room and all the hotel's privileges. At dawn, we try to join a hot air balloon outing.
It's gonna turn up. It's gonna turn up.
Asli, our host, told us about it last night.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you? Are you ready?
Yes.
Now that we're in Cappadocia, it would be a shame to miss out on one of Turkey's most beautiful landscapes. There's only one place left in the 100 hot air balloons. We decide to toss for it. I lost. I'll stay on the ground then. While Milan enjoys the beautiful view from above. It's like an outdoor museum with its lunar landscape shaped by erosion, its troglodyte villages and their remnants of traditional housing, its Byzantine churches and these unusual rock formations known as fairy chimneys. The sunrise sounds the knell of this experience. Coming back to reality isn't easy, but the clock is ticking and we need to move on.
Hey, for the very first time, we had to go different ways for 45 minutes.
The dream be through!
We leave Gorëme by tractor. We're then given a ride by police officers, followed by Özkan, a very colorful truck driver, and his cousin. Where are you going?
Kayseri.
What do you transport?
Anything, as long as I get paid. I'll transport anything you want. Absolutely anything.
What makes you happy?
What makes me happy? Love.
Love.
Nothing matters apart from love. Love is the only thing that matters in life. My dream is to have a beautiful wife, a child, a house, and a small car. To eat, sleep, an easy life.
After that ride, long waits, impatience and frustration takes over again.
No cars.
The joys of hitchhiking. We then reach Elazig, 450 kilometers away from here, which puts a smile back on our face.
In 80 days?
Yes, we've been on the road for 11 days.
Well done. Do you mind if I come over?
Luckily, the first person we speak to in the street offers us a bed for the night. Yusuf, a student, takes us to his friend's house. We follow him, feeling a bit doubtful at first, but we're quickly reassured. We're slowly starting to trust our destiny.
Giresun'a gitmedik.
Welcome. Hello. Hello. He's Turkish. Hello.
Hello. We meet his friends, who take us in with open arms.
This is Emre. They're hitchhiking. When did you arrive in Elazig?
Well, we just got here.
They arrived this evening, and they're leaving tomorrow. You're leaving tomorrow?
Can we be your guests?
Of course, no problem.
Thank you.
It's a big house.
Where can we sleep?
There's a room here, another one there. It's a bachelor pad.
Thank you very much. We spend a nice evening all together.
Come on.
Now it's their turn. They like his trousers.
Everyone is very cheerful as we're waiting for Milan, who always starts the day by stretching. Our hosts really spoiled us for breakfast. They took us to a sunny terrace on the hills of Harput, the old town which overlooks the valley. We were treated to a typical Turkish breakfast with tea, vegetables, cheese, and olives. This lovely moment shared all together helped them to open up a bit.
I don't really have any dreams, but I'd like to have a girlfriend. I'm 28 and there's still nothing on that front. I don't have a girlfriend and, to be honest, I've never had one. I'd love to travel with you guys. If only I could. If only I had a friend with who I could travel around the world like you two. I really hope you'll get around in 80 days and that you'll meet interesting people. Just look back at where you've come from. It can only get easier.
We want to take a bus, but it will leave much later in the evening, so we decide to hitchhike again and cross our fingers, hoping that our lucky star will keep shining on us. After 2 hours wait, we're finally offered a ride in a very slow 52-ton truck loaded with metal. An engine failure then slows us down even more.
You gotta push there and start pumping.
Hurry up, hurry up!
Come on, come on.
The engine problem is solved, but not for long, as the truck breaks down again soon after. Yunus, a Kurdish truck driver, invites us into his cab. Hello.
Hey, where are you from?
Milan is from Germany.
What about you?
I'm French, but my family is from Turkey, from the Black Sea, but I live in France.
Does he have any children?
Do you have any children?
Yes, 4.
Great.
4 isn't a lot.
No, it's nothing.
Some people have 20 kids.
Yunus is happy to have a bit of company. He sings and tells us his life story as the sun starts setting. The next morning, as we're trying to get back on the road, we notice a car making a U-turn. Its passengers are intrigued by our presence here. Hello, how are you?
We'll drop you at a gas station and you carry on from there. My name is Mehmet Suat. I'm the mayor of this village. Where are you heading to?
We're traveling around the world without money. We're heading towards Iran, then Pakistan, India.
Why are you traveling so far? I'm going to perform a marriage. You can come if you want.
Now?
Yes, we're on our way.
No sooner said than done. We get changed quickly in the town hall and follow the mayor to the wedding. In Turkey, the couple chooses where they want to get married and the mayor meets them there. The whole village gathers for the occasion. There are about 500 people there, and men and women are kept separate. The mayor is proud to introduce us to all the guests. We are delighted to have the opportunity to take part in the wedding.
They have all very honest eyes and smiley faces, and it's beautiful.
Seeing all these pots rouses our appetite. A long chain is formed and the plates go from hand to hand, up to the tables. I'm not too sure about the yogurt, but Milan doesn't hold back. Enjoy your meal. Is it good?
Yeah.
The bride finally arrives. A red veil covers her face. In the past, the bride and groom only met on the day of the wedding. We feel like we're part of the family. To thank the crowd, Milan improvises a little performance which dazzles the young and older generations. They are really impressed by the show and give him a huge round of applause. But the clock is ticking and the challenge is still on. Milan wants to hit the road towards Iran. The contrast is striking as we reach Lake Van. Suddenly, everything is quiet. All we can hear is the wind. Last night, Farouk put us up in one of the rooms in his hotel. But Milan didn't sleep well. He vomited and had diarrhea all night, probably because of the yogurt he had at the wedding. There's no way he can get up for the moment, so we'll spend the day here. While Milan gets a bit of rest, I go and give Farouk a hand to wash his car and cut up the 12 kilos of meat he'll serve for lunch. Milan is getting better, but his stomach is all tied up in knots knowing we're approaching Iran. Hello. What are the Coke and chickpeas for?
It's good for upset stomachs. It made us feel better when we were sick. Off we go to Iran.
Thank you for everything you've done for us.
You're welcome.
Farouk drops us at a truck stop, but we're going to have to wait a long time. Finally, at nightfall, we find a truck that can take us to Iran. Actually, 3 trucks, as Davut, our driver, is traveling with his uncle and his brother-in-law. Where are you going?
To Iran.
Okay.
So, how you feeling, Milan?
Hey, Milan, are you feeling better?
Music.
We're headed for the unknown. Neither of us has ever set foot in Iran, and we're both worried about this part of the trip. We spent the night on sleepers, each of us in a different truck. Milan is feeling a bit better this morning. we see Iran getting closer and closer on the other side of the mountains. On the 15th day of our adventure, having covered 4,500 kilometers since we left Paris, we finally reached the Gorëme border post. But a slight organizational mistake is about to disrupt our plans. Milan doesn't have a visa.
I forgot to apply for the Iran visa. Superior officer told us, no, you have to go to Erzurum, which is 300 kilometers from here, and get your visa and come back.
How long will it take us to get it?